and it's lovely to see so many people and lovely faces. Uh, I'll start with our presentation about BotSpace, about what we are building, and yeah, after that we'll start with the panelists. So today, commerce is not just about the traffic that you get on the website or the discounts that you put up. It's a lot about conversations, and a brand that wins knows that conversation should happen instantly and personally, that too at scale. So today, this presentation, I will show you how messaging and AI can help you get that scale without having to build your team. Like, you don't need a really big team for doing this. Okay. So I'll start with conversations. There are two buckets usually that you can put it into. One is pre-sales. Pre-sales is recommendations, discovery that happen. And post-sales is your return queries or your tracking order details that you need to share, or even just basic support. Let's take an example. There's a customer of ours who is from Gujarat. They're called Decode Age. They sell health supplements. Now, when any customer comes on their WhatsApp and messages them, like, can you help me with a recommendation? They don't instantly recommend products. They will ask you a few questions before doing it. Very similar to an online or a pharmacist or any health consultant that you speak to. Or let's even take an example of going to a decathlon store. You ask them about, like, I want a sports shoe. The person there won't just show you all the shoes that that are available there, right? They will tell you what sport are you looking for, what is your size, and other details before they recommend you a product. Similarly, we are trying to replicate that feeling of talking to somebody online, like on your store. So that's how we are doing it on chat. If you can see, when a customer asks for recommendations for this brand, they will ask you about your gender, age, medication, any health goals that you have, and then recommend you a product. And the AI does it. You don't have to worry about the formatting. It's not like those previous workflows where you go asking questions. If you see the message there, it's mail 32, you put it in any format. The AI will take it up and recommend you the best product. Now, this was a pre-sales conversation. Let's talk about post-sales. In this particular example, Janki is a brand from Jaipur. They sell jewellery, and they had a very good use case. But before I explain that use case, I want to know how many of you have ever built a workflow using a flow builder? A show of hands. Okay, very few people. For order updates, cart abandonment messages, you use those flow builders, right? So at BotSpace, what you see on screen, we've changed that a bit. Like, with new technology, we believe that flow builder should not be that complex, especially for non-technical people. It should be very simple, such that you put it in your natural language, how you wish to control the flow. Because that's important in the AI conversations that happen. You might want to give in your own flavor of conversations there. So let's take this as an example. Janki had a very interesting use case. They wanted to escalate any misdelivery attempt to their agent so that they can investigate better and understand. Okay. So here you will see that when we created the playbook is what we call it now. Uh, Janki described in normal natural language, saying that when a customer is inquiring about the order and the AI notices that there was a missed delivery for this particular customer, escalate it to a human. So this has never been done before. I'll tell you why. Because it was very difficult to go and track on the shipping page by a workflow and get it done. We partner with all the shipping partners. We can extract, the AI can actually extract the information, understand that information, and tell the customer or perform actions. So this is a chat, it's a web chat where the order details were given to the customer. They click on it. In this case, it was BlueDart as a shipping partner. It understands there was a missed delivery attempt, it escalates it, and it connects to the team. Okay. The next use case is for Lusso Lifestyle. Same post-sales query that comes in. Lusso is a brand that sells shoes and other accessories. Now, they have a tricky situation where they allow returns only for shoes, and it has to be in the 7 days after delivery. Okay, so two use cases that we need to take care of. You can see there were only a few lines of code that we required. In normal workflows, if you've created, you will see it gets very messy because you have to include every single product every time you add a product in your store, you will have to include it saying that, this is eligible for return, this is not eligible for return. But with AI, we just describe it in 2 lines. So you see those if and else. In if, we've put in that first, the AI will check whether the delivery happened in the last 7 days. If that is true, it will go to the next condition, which is does the order have shoes in it? Okay. If it finds that to be true, then it will allow return. It will share the link or it will perform the action of returning the order. If not, it will let the customer know immediately. So this is the example of the conversation that happened. You can see in this particular example, the order did not have shoes. There were no shoes, and it acted like it knew everything about the brand. So when the customer messaged, it said that we do not allow returns and we cannot help you here. Now, this conversation again replicates the same conversation that you would have with a store owner or a store staff, because they should know everything about the brand. And this all happens very quickly, again at scale. Okay. So now you saw 3 examples, and these 3 channels that we used were WhatsApp, web chat, and Instagram. These are the most common and the most used platforms in India. But there is one more channel that is very interesting and is actually doing very well in today's age. Does anyone want to guess that? Which channel is this? No, it's a channel. No. In India, what works? Think about it. Instagram, WhatsApp, web chat, all covered. There's one more channel which calls. So AI calling, that's the new thing that's happening. And see, AI calling is great because it performs an action for you, for the brand, that too again at scale. So if you're getting, say, 100 orders per day, you will have to literally call 100 people and attempt multiple times. So putting a human is fine in 100 calls, but if you want to scale greater than that, it gets very difficult. So we have been doing AI calling with a lot of brands, and we are solving for 3 main use cases. One is abandoned cart. Usually when now everyone knows what abandoned cart is. So usually when abandoned cart happens, it's because there's some issue or the customer has questions that are unanswered, or they're just looking for discounts. Okay. So what our AI agent does here is it will give a normal call to a customer and talk like, of course, it's like a human conversation, but that's not the point. We don't want to make it as like, the goal is not to have a human conversation. The goal is to respond to customer queries instantly. It should not feel laggy. It should understand the problem. And that is our goal. You'll hear the recording right after this. But in abandoned cart, we do exactly that. And we have a second use case, which is cash on delivery confirmation. About 60% on average, we've seen that brands get cash on delivery. And it's important that we get a confirmation so that delivery failure happens at the lowest and we don't spend a lot on delivery. And the third use case is NDR verification. I'll give you an example of NDR verification and the brand that we are doing it now. So I'm sure most of you know this brand, Sanfe. They are a very popular brand. We did an NDR call for them, like the NDR process. In 7 days, we attempted 50,000 calls. This is humanly impossible for anyone to do. Now, in those 50,000 calls, we saved them 6,000 RTOs. Again, very big number, and all the calls were done automatically. I'll make you hear one of them, and right after this. Can you play that?
Hello, am I speaking with Arjun?
Yes. Who is this?
Hi Arjun, this is Niharika from Sanfe. We're calling about your recent order. Our delivery partner marked it as not delivered.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't home at that time.
No worries at all. I just wanted to confirm. Should we reattempt the delivery tomorrow at the same address?
No, वो फ्राइडे को कर देना.
ठीक है. फ्राइडे को सुबह या शाम में?
शाम में कर देना.
क्या मैं आपकी कोई और मदद कर सकती हूँ?
No, that's all. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day. Goodbye.
So, 2 good things about this. One, there is language understanding. It keeps switching. And Sanfe as a brand, they have a lot of tier 2 and tier 3 city people. So they like to speak in the language that they are most comfortable. And the AI can switch to that as well. Anytime the conversation, it can just take it there. The second thing that is good about this is that we allow actions to take place. Like in cash on delivery confirmation, we don't give it in a Google Sheet or something. We mark it inside your Shopify store next to the order saying that this was confirmed by AI calling. Same thing for NDRs, we directly communicate to the shipping partner, so you don't have to manually take your sheet and give it. If your shipping partner is Shiprocket, BlueDart, or anyone else, we'll communicate directly to them when the next delivery should happen. And this really helps as well. And same thing for abandoned cart, we'll track and we'll update it in Shopify also. If you want to try this, you can try it. You can scan this barcode and we'll be happy to give it a try. Yeah. So you can save it. If you want, you can take it later. I don't want everyone to be on calls right now. So yeah. Cool. That's it. Thank you so much, guys.